So today I want to talk about how to measure engagement on your Instagram account. Instagram have made a few changes about where all their kind of analytics data is at the moment, so I wanted to show you a bit about the new layout, but I also just wanted to make it really easy for you to understand how well your account is performing in terms of engagement, which is the massive buzzword that everyone's talking about being the most important thing when it comes to your Instagram account. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Anna from By Rosanna Design. I am a designer and online educator, and I share new business, marketing and productivity related videos and tutorials here on my YouTube channel every week. So remember to hit that subscribe button if you would like to be notified when I upload those. So when it comes to Instagram, one of the key things that everyone is always talking about is how to create an engaged following, how to improve your engagement, how to make people engage with your content more. And I want to talk a little bit about, first of all, what that actually means and why it's important, but also showing you how to actually measure that and have a look at the analytics on your account to see. So what actually is engagement? Now, some people and some platforms and analytics software that you can get for Instagram will tell you that engagement is the likes plus comments that you have on your posts on average divided by the amount of followers you have. So it will be a percentage, usually around like 3 to kind of 10% is what usually is typically the average, but it can go less and it can go much more. So it basically means that yes, while you have a following of people who can technically see your posts when you post them, engagement tells you who's actually like interested in your post because they've liked it or they've commented on it. But what that engagement rate that a lot of people talk about misses out is the fact that, first of all, there are other forms of engagement that you can have on posts. Yes, you can like a post, yes, you can comment on a post, but you can also save it to like a saved folder or an archive for you to refer back to later. And you can also share it as well. So you can share it privately to someone, or you can share it to your stories, for example. So when people talk about the engagement rate of being likes plus comments divided by the number of followers you have, that doesn't take into account those other two forms of interaction. The other thing that I don't like so much about that calculation is that it doesn't take into account the fact that some interactions have more value than other interactions. So for example, with Instagram likes, if you're scrolling through content, if you're scrolling through your Instagram feed and you like a post, all you have to do that is double tap and then keep scrolling on to the next post. It's quite passive, and a lot of us just do it very mindlessly without even thinking sometimes. It's very easy to do. It doesn't require a lot of effort on your part. However, leaving a comment that's maybe well thought out or even just a few words takes a lot more effort than just double tapping a photo. So it's worth a lot more in terms of engagement because it shows that that person who has taken the time and the effort to leave a comment is actually really interested in your content and what you have to say. So comments are actually worth a lot more than likes. So it doesn't mean a lot if you're just going to bundle them all in together and work out the engagement rate that way. Some people might get a lot of likes on their photos in comparison to the number of followers that they get. However, they might get no comments, or they might only get a few comments. Likewise, people can sometimes get lower likes, but then of the people who like it, if most of them comment, that shows that they're really highly engaged likers as well. So there's some nuances there that calculation often doesn't cover. But why is it important? Why do we want to have people liking, commenting, sharing and saving our posts? Obviously, we want our audience to be interested in our content, and these are the best indicators to show that we're actually putting out content that our audience is interested in and that they're actually going to start to remember our name and the content that we're putting out there. But also what all of these interactions do is signal to Instagram that your account is sharing highly valuable content. And then what that will do is, with the algorithm that defines who's going to see what content you share and when, because there's so much content on Instagram, they need an algorithm to try and filter through everything and show the most relevant posts to the most relevant people. So when you have lots of interactions on your posts and your content, that tells Instagram that you're sharing something highly valuable, and then they will use the algorithm to show show your content to more people, and therefore then you get more engagements, and then they think, okay, this is really high value, we're going to show it to more people, and it's a circle like that. And that's how you end up getting account growth. You get people seeing your content that maybe haven't followed you yet, and so they end up following you, and that's how you grow your account. So one of the quickest and easiest ways to see what engagements you're getting on your posts is to go into the individual posts themselves and click that View Insights button or link just at the bottom of your post there. And there you can see the likes that it's got, you can see the comments, you can see how many shares and saves it's got, you can see all sorts of things as well as that, but that's a way to easily see how one individual piece of content has performed. However, if you want to be more strategic about this and tracking things month to month or week to week and see how things are performing, the best place to go is in your insights. So go to the little 3 lines in the top right of your profile and click on Insights, and then you can scroll down and see there is a content interactions section. Now this looks a little bit new and different to how the insights section used to look, but it's recently been updated. And so the content interactions section is basically Instagram's version of engagement, except from content interactions includes likes, comments, and saves and shares. So Instagram will give you a percentage growth or a percentage decrease month on month. So you can just track that number if you want and have a look at how much you're increasing or decrease month by month. Or you can look at the specific numbers of how many likes you got, how many comments, how many saves and shares you got over the month as well. Now in terms of how you track it and what you track, it's completely up to you which numbers you pay more attention to depending on your goals with Instagram. So you might have decided that engagement-wise likes are not that important of a number to you, and to be fair, I think Instagram is going that way. There was some talk about them removing the likes feature altogether, and so that's why most people are focusing on comments, saves and shares now and completely ignoring likes sometimes as well. So maybe you think, okay, I'm just going to track how many comments I'm getting on average per month or in total per month. And then you want to basically fill that out in a spreadsheet or in a Trello dashboard, which is the way that I do it. And I basically record my numbers and my growth month on month so that I can see how well I'm doing in terms of meeting my goals that I've set. And obviously you want to see growth month on month, you want to see those numbers going up. And this area of the insights space on Instagram is a really useful place for doing that. However, what's even more useful is going into your top performing posts, and here you can filter your top performing posts by either how many likes they got, how many comments they got, how many shares, how many people followed you after seeing this post, how many people saved it. There's loads of different things you can filter for, and you can select it to be either within the last 30 days, the last 7 days, or within the last year as well. And this is particularly useful because you can see visually exactly which posts were performing best for each of these things. So if you want to see specifically what types of content are your audience engaging with the most, you can do that here. And you can go and have a look at those posts and see and kind of analyze why is it that they did so well. Maybe it's the hashtags that you used. Maybe it's the caption that you wrote. Maybe it's the image itself. And was it a swipe carousel post? Was it a video post? Was it just a static image? Actually have a look and analyze what the kind of top collection, maybe the top 12 posts are, and see how you can then refine your Instagram strategy moving forward to make more posts like that and therefore increase your account engagement. Another really good tip if you are interested in seeing how hashtags can have an effect on your engagement is if you are using a tool like Later, which is an Instagram scheduling tool. I have got another video all about how to use it and a little bit of a tour around it. It's honestly my favorite Instagram planning, scheduling and analytics tool. It's great. There are a few tools out there like this, but I'm not sure how their analytics work, but Later has a really awesome feature where if I go into the analytics section, I can scroll along to hashtag analytics, and then it will give me a list of all the hashtags I've used on various posts, and I can actually filter them by how many comments they got or impressions or reach or saves. So I'm just going to click that. And I can see that motivation is key, which is one of the hashtags that I've used on this post, got me a lot of comments here. You can see any of these hashtags that have been used on multiple posts. If they are performing really well for comments, for example, then they're going to be a really good one to carry on using. So you can come and do your hashtag kind of strategy and analysis in here, which is really useful. So those are all my tips for measuring engagement on Instagram. If you are interested in learning more about using Instagram for your business and your marketing, I have a completely free online course training you about basically everything you need to know about marketing your business on Instagram. It takes you through setting up your profile, optimizing it, creating content, coming up with content ideas, using hashtags, writing captions, obviously understanding analytics and engagement in a little bit more detail, and much, much more. And again, it is completely free to sign up. There's 9 in-depth modules in it, and I will leave the link to that below in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and I will be back again next week with another video.